Hello, everybody, and welcome to a lovely episode of Power Rangers Heirs to Olympus, episode 5, brought to you with special gala presentation and fanciness, because somebody went extra over there in the corner. I can't point very well because it mirrors my decoration and it throws me off. But yeah, I'm Matthew, I'm the GM, and I've just realised that I've put two of us in the wrong place because apparently I am now Daniel and Panic's the GM.
All right, guys, welcome to Heirs of Olympus. I know you're surprised by this outcome, but I will be DMing.
It wouldn't be the first time we had to surprise you.
It's going to be especially tricky considering I have approximately no notes for this event. So here we go.
It's all good. Who needs notes?
All right, everybody roll initiative. Zeus is there.
You did get my notes.
I kicked him in the dick.
Roll to hit. Don't hit. He has a 39 armor class.
With that slight hiccup fixed and everything obviously perfect because that never happens. You know, we're just going to ignore that. Yeah, I've introduced myself and it's time for the lovely players to introduce themselves. Starting with the individual in purple.
Hi, I'm Killian. I'm the said being extra person, and I'm playing Millie, who is also extra short. And yeah.
Hello, I am Michael the Awake, and I'm playing Winslow, the Red Ranger, aka T-Dubs, aka Why Are We Going to a Gala?
Sup? I'm I'm Sabina. I'm playing Thea, the Green Ranger, who has been very busy not being with her party and exploring other things. But she's here, and there's a gala, and it's gonna be okay. I don't know anymore.
Hello, I am Michael. I'll be playing Alexander the Pink Ranger, and I didn't forget to bring my dog with me today.
She's never going to allow you to bring that thing onto the property.
It's fine. We'll put him on the roof. He'll love it.
I just now imagine the dog is wearing the snake backpack. I have the snake on me.
Snake papoose.
And now for our generally the most flamboyant and energetic introduction of the game. Drum roll.
Okay, so now you're just going to call out my bits now? All
right. Wouldn't it be funny if you just went, "Hi, I'm Panic"?
Yep.
It's like, hey, what's good, everybody? You join us now on the eve of my sister's gala. Friends and enemies alike scheme in the lights and glamour of the upper class, all converging on tonight's main event. I am Daniel LaRue III, and though you may now be in danger, worry not. We shall protect you with everything we have.
That feels oddly
That was surprisingly like non-dickish.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that was fairly tame.
Yeah.
You'll notice that the only one acting out of sorts have been you.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Maybe he's still a little drunk.
I always conduct myself to the highest of standards.
A very quick recap for the last episode. The Rangers had some questions for Brosidon, as he has been dubbed. They got to have a bit of a wander around the aquarium, race hippocampi after they managed to mount them, and were given Gorgon glasses by Poseidon himself. Glasses that came in a variety of styles. He did welcome Daniel back because Daniel apparently is a fantastic cook when he's only just had a single pina colada, and a fantastic person to be around. So karaoke nights are open at the aquarium. The group then met the lovely Hermes at a gym owned by Ares, a kind of CrossFit-ish gym that seemed to be training warriors. Nothing to be alarmed about, I'm sure. having been told essentially that they needed to seek out Medusa, and that Medusa would be at the gala that Daniel's sister was going to be having. The Rangers knew where they were going to be heading next. And it is on the day of the gala that we join them. Thankfully, Daniel did steal a load of his sister's dresses, and outfits are
Based all of
aplenty.
them.
Yeah, all of them. But it's okay because she won't wear something she's already worn or already looked at in the wardrobe. Something new, of course.
Oh my!
Uh,
The idea of someone who won't wear something that they've looked at is insane.
yeah, she just sort of looks at it in the wardrobe once and just decided, nope, I don't like that. I can't wear that again. What do you mean
I have
again?
laid
I've
my-
never even worn it.
I've laid my eyes upon the fabric, and thus it cannot actually touch my
Yes.
body.
That was last season, and I don't know why I
So
even
unbearable.
kept it. Yeah. We find the 5 Rangers in the lovely beach house owned by Daniel, where they are getting ready for the gala. And for the most part, everything is going to plan. However, for one Ranger, for Alexander, unfortunately, the glasses that Brosidon had heard would deter Daniel's sister from any sort of political marriage have been stolen and replaced. A note left with them just saying, sorry about the mix-up. I thought these were more your style. And they are lovely platinum all around the edges. What looks to actually be a diamond on each corner. And the whole thing looks probably more expensive than some cars.
See, now Alexander is both very happy with these new sunglasses because they're even for him, they are beautiful sunglasses. But at the same time, he is furious because he planned his entire outfit around these stupid glasses. So he'll come bursting out of his room. That bloody bastard! Bastard! Daniel!
Which one?
Uh, Daniel walks out, just dressed. Yeah, what's up?
He will quickly shout and reply. It was Hermes, wasn't it, that gave us the glasses?
No,
No, that was beside.
Oh,
we
was it
took him.
Poseidon?
We took him straight
Oh
out of
yeah,
Poseidon.
straight off Poseidon. Poseidon, that surfing bastard. Like he's lost all of his like airs and graces. He's just angry. And he'll like burst out of the room to Daniel. And his hair he's got like long blonde plaits at the back. Like this bright, like almost yellow blonde wig on. It's almost like the old judges' wigs with like the curls on them, but not at the side. He's just got 3 curls running across the top. He's wearing this like burnt orange metallic red suit with like long tails, with like flamboyant boots with like gold and blue flowers on them. Also like metallic and like silky looking with a big elaborate blue bow tie. He bursts out, he has changed the glasses. Now, don't get me wrong. They're beautiful glasses. They are, even for me, they are beautiful. But I planned this entire outfit on those glasses, and now it is ruined.
Millie has snuck up behind you and kind of peeks around you and looks at the glasses and says, Alexander, those will literally go with any outfit.
I like turn to one of the many mirrors that are scattered around, put the glasses on and go, okay, you might be right. Maybe I overreacted a little bit. Sorry about that. And he would just sneak back into his room and close the door to finish getting ready.
I feel like his life is a constant series of overreactions.
Yeah.
And
Daniel-
isn't
Daniel is
that what
day
money
drinking.
does to people?
Did you just say Daniel is day drinking?
Yeah, I did say that.
Yay!
Prepare.
Fun, Daniel.
Preparing himself for the dread of being around his sister.
Whilst Alexander is having his dramatic moment, we shall call it,
put it what it was. It was a meltdown. Okay. He was having a rich person strop meltdown tantrum thing. Call it
The
fun.
only
Throwing his
the
toys
only
out the
thing
pram.
missing was being on the floor and flailing.
That would have ruined the bow tie.
Yeah, it would have crumpled his suit. You can't do that. It's like
Yeah.
cashmere. He has to walk like dead straight. He can't like bend his knees or elbows. Like
The
if
way
we
it
end
was
up
described, I
fighting
see it as
tonight, he's
more
not going to be
silk
happy.
than cashmere. Like the finest imported silk.
Whatever it is, it's expensive and beautiful. Thing like David Bowie crossed with a JoJo character, and we're
I
there.
don't care what it's made of as long as it costs 10 grand.
He's Geo.
Millie, you walked out to check out Alexander's little strop. What are you wearing? How
Oh,
do you
she's
look?
already completely ready. Like, I mean, yeah, she went the extra mile, but it took her like 15 minutes. She's got on a purple corset that's over top of a black skirt with slits all the way up to the thighs, like the tops of the thighs.
To like 2 feet.
Short
Stumpy.
slits. Yeah.
Stompy boots that make her look 4 inches taller than she is. And then has, some fun snake jewelry all on, and has the heart-shaped Gorgon glasses that she was given. But she does have, some like snake motif makeup going on, some jewels that she added. Her
Fantastic.
hair still just is like barely pulled back because the hair is whatever.
And Winslow, when you did call out, did you step out of the room?
Yeah.
And are you ready? Are you dressed? And if so,
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
what does Winslow look like?
Winslow is dressed like a bouncer at like a mid-level bar. Black jeans and a black button-up. That's it. And the shades. No shit's given. Why are we
Didn't
going
you
to a
borrow
party?
a red dress coat from Yarick?
I don't remember. I maybe.
Yeah, you
Yorick
did.
definitely
Oh.
offered if he wanted one. Yorick being roughly the same size as Winslow. But obviously, if Winslow doesn't want the red jacket, he doesn't have to have the red jacket. Yorick
I totally
definitely
forgot
doesn't
there
look
was a jacket.
offended in the background, holding it up and just kind of like,
Oh, sorry, dude. I totally forgot you had that.
oh, it's okay. I only, spent time overnight making sure that it fits your measurements after I measured you.
I mean, I'll wear it.
in
It's
your
fine. I
sleep
literally spaced it, dude. Like, I'm going through a lot. Like, give me the jacket.
Okay.
Black goes with everything, right?
Everything, of course, yes. Black is the new black. And Thea.
Thea didn't take Yark's offer to have him adjust a dress for her. She adjusted it herself. So she was up a little late last night, tearing apart fabric and sewing and doing everything herself. So she's wearing a pretty much this color green high-low dress with a corseted top, strapless, and then she's wearing ripped up fishnets underneath, chunky black boots. That doesn't make her any taller than she already is because she's already kind of tall. Her hair is wavy and messy. She has fingerless gloves on, jewelry with studs, and it's a mixture of pretty and punk. Elegant, but ready for a fight.
We have, of course, already heard what Alexandra is wearing. Daniel, how smart are you looking for your sister?
Daniel's rocking the Mr. Negative. So it's an all white suit with the black dress shirt, and he's got the glasses he picked up are like the circle ones with like the wireframe in the middle. So he just kind of looks like God. I want to say he kind of just looks like a like a shyster out of the 70s. Like he just looks like he's about to quick talk you into buying some car insurance. Like this dude made $500,000 and he's about to blow 20.
There's a bridge that he can sell you, and he is willing to try.
And he's just sitting on like one of the couches in the main hall waiting for everyone else, drinking out of a wine bottle.
Yorick
Millie
walks
goes
past.
and like
Oh,
props up on the arm of the chair that he's sitting in and swipes the bottle.
He does not allow you to do this.
She tries.
Yorick walks
Wait,
past,
wait.
and he's just Master
Challenge
Daniel
strength.
drinking out of the bottle. It's just so. I believe you were taught better than that, but. And from behind his back, another bottle appears on a tray with several wine glasses.
Millie just takes the bottle.
Ugh.
This is as Alexander walks in, like
Did no one go
overhearing.
to kindergarten and learn like sharing is caring? God.
He just says to Yarick, you know what Daniel's like after he's had a couple of drinks. Decorum in that kind of regard goes out the window.
Yeah, sharing is caring. And I take the bottle from Millie and I take a drink.
As
Share
Alexander
with
comes
Thea.
comes down the stairs looking all fabulous, Spot comes from around the corner, adorned in a similar blue blue bow tie with
Oh,
with like
poor
you know
dog.
like the doggy coats. He's got one of the doggy coats that matches my outfit, and then he's got like a tiny little wig on his head.
Please tell me your snake's not wearing a dress.
My snake is currently in the snake bag, and Millie is all like, "Hey, Spot could wear this so that it's out of the way and I'm not getting yelled at."
As Alexander just like carefully like plots it on the side so that it matches. Just sits there ever so perfectly, like adjusting it side to side. No, there.
Eve does have a little tiara on though.
You hear a knock at the door, surprisingly loud and echoing through mostly an empty house. Although furnished, there's not very many people in there, excluding the five of you and Yorick. The staff that do seem to be there, the cook, some cleaning staff, all seem to vanish whenever they're not actively doing whatever they're doing. And Yorick heads to the door, opens it, and greets the lovely Aphrodite, who is there, having come to pick you all up. She's wearing
Is it
another
time?
red dress, much like the one she wore the other night. Though, much like Millie, she does have some snake motif jewelry draped around herself. And she walks up to Millie at first and just sort of eyes her, leans down a little bit, and just, "Oh, darling, we almost matched twinsies."
Millie kind of links arms with Thea and grabs the bottle back from her and takes a drink and says, "Triple Z's," and takes off one of her snake bracelets and puts it on Thea real quick.
Oh, we will be the talk of this gala. Just the three of us. Everybody will be staring at us. They will. Alexander, please, we're not talking to you right now. Everybody will just stare at us as we walk in.
Did
and
you just tear up, Alex?
I just can't wait. It's like introducing you to polite society.
That'll be a first. These guys don't count.
Alexander just scowling.
And, well, a lot unlike my time, there shouldn't be any wrestling or, sword waving, any challenges. Hopefully, such things have grown out of fashion by now.
Well, that's unfortunate.
The fantastic part about how I fight, and Millie sticks her hands into pockets that she had Yarick make on the skirt, that just perfectly fit the thin brass knuckles, so they're automatically on as soon as she puts her hands in the pockets.
Please tell me you load them too.
Load them? Oh.
Well,
And
I do
just
have
come back in.
a vehicle waiting for us all. There's room for everyone, of course. Are you all ready? You
I'll be traveling separately. It's best she doesn't know we're acquainted.
understandable. She can be a little bit she does have an eye for detail that is quite impressive.
Then Alexander should probably ride with Daniel too, or that'll give the game away.
Agreed, that might be an idea, Daniel.
Yarick, we ride. Yeah, led by Yarick, I assume Alexander follows, but we head out.
Yes. The dog following along behind. Well, the
Alright,
dog can go in the
ladies,
car, in the
let's
The dog
driver's
can ride. The dog can ride on top of the car.
The dog can ride with us. That's very rude. And Millie like hugs Spot.
Good boy. Go with Millie.
You head outside, and Yorick does have a car ready. Black windows, not letting a single detail through. There is a driver already in the car, the engine's already running. But Aphrodite has, of all things, a horse drawn carriage.
Sweet baby Jesus, what?
Millie
Seems I
runs up
must
to the
amen-
horses.
Seems I must amend my statement. She'll take notice no matter what you do.
Well, we do
glanced at the
want
back
to
of the
be
car.
noticed.
Daniel, have you never heard of Aphrodite? She literally wants to be the center of attention.
I'm pretty.
That's her whole
Shtick.
thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's all well and good for her, but you must steel yourselves. You'll be
Millie's
interacting with
excited
my
she can
sister,
actually
after
read
all.
the horses' noses because she's got
Every
the
time you
stocky,
mention your
thick
sister, I
boots
die
on.
inside a little more. Please stop.
We'll be going up against one of our most dangerous foes.
Daniel's sister.
She's the actual BBEG.
Yep.
She is an adversary unlike any we have faced.
I'm calling it now. Daniel's sister is Kronos in disguise.
Don't do that.
She's a
Don't do that to my.
transformer.
Don't do that to my backstory, you son of a.
I almost spit out my drink.
Sorry.
Don't you ruin my character writing with bits.
He writes his own bits.
When Aphrodite approaches the horse-drawn carriage, the carriage itself looks to be $1,000,000, and I don't mean figuratively. There is rare metals. You actually have lights hanging off of the sides on brackets that are burning actual candles that give off a beautiful rose-colored light. The glass of the lights itself just seems to be tinted just a little bit red. But she reaches inside, and it's almost as if to prove the point that she does want all eyes on her. She pulls out a tiara, just fashions it into her hair, makes sure it's not going to slip out, and then turns to the three that will be traveling with her and just says, "Darlings, Winslow, are you ready?"
I mean,
So I'm
acquiring
ready.
minds need to know above table. Do the horses love Millie? We have to check.
Yes, we have to check.
Millie,
Should I roll animal
you
handling?
know what? Yep, go for it.
Oh, that's only a 10. I think that's the lowest I've rolled on animal
I
handling.
think so.
10 is still enough. The horses, they don't shy away as you approach. They seem to be well trained,
They're very
especially to
professional.
be around cars. But one of them does reach down and nudge your hand when you offer it. It snorts its hot breath, washing across your palm, and just gently licks across it. And the individual who is going to be driving the carriage kind of looks over at you, looks at Aphrodite, and flicks you a sugar cube.
Ooh, horsey.
The horse crunches it away happily And then you see the remaining three kind of look across at you in jealousy. But 3 more sugar cubes come flying over in quick succession.
And then I go to other 3 and I'm like, got 1 sugar cube on an elbow trying to get all 3 of them at
Come on,
once.
everybody, it's okay. I don't have enough hands.
Well, you're definitely the one we're sending to meet Artemis.
Well, yeah, that was already decided. The Femmes are going to see Artemis
Well, yeah, but
because
I mean, mostly you, because this whole thing you've got going on with the animals is going to be right up her alley.
okay, yeah, that's fair. Oh, and Millie, Thea.
Yes, dear.
Self.
we also we also have to figure out where Hera is hiding. We postulate marriage counselor, so we
Seems
got
most likely.
research to do.
Oh, I like research.
Oh,
I'd be
we're
doing
on
research,
Artemis
but
and
we have a
Hera
party to go
dirty.
to.
Dirty duty. Wow. Words are hard, y'all.
Ain't that the truth?
Uh, yeah, all right. Let's swing into the carriage. I
Yup.
was going to offer to drive, but then I saw this, so just nope.
I assume that Millie has a booster seat.
The carriage is very richly appointed. There's cushions for everybody, and the only accommodation to Millie's lack of height is that she has a few more cushions than everybody else. Though it does mean that her feet are swinging slightly, unable to touch the floor.
There's a full-on booster seat in the carriage.
Do you want one of my cushions? I'm kind of touching the roof.
I mean, I'm good. I can see out the window, and that's all that's important.
All right. Slump a little bit.
Millie is also all leg. Like,
Yeah.
she's got the tiny little torso, but she's still got, like, pretty long legs. So it's like the tips of her boots are touching the floor.
And don't worry, because nobody can see inside the carriage. It's perfect. You can just look out and kind of view the world go by, but you cannot be viewed yourself, which is kind of fun, I'm going to say. Yeah.
Magic?
No, dear, it's just technology.
Tenting.
Yeah.
Not as fun.
No, but just as perhaps just a little bit easier. You travel separately. The horse-drawn carriage moving slower anyway. The car rushing off ahead, and by the time the 2 groups arrive at the house, there are a queue of cars waiting to come in. None of them are being driven by the owners, of course. And the house itself is lit up by a pair of spotlights that kind of roam the outside of the walls. You can see all of the...
Sorry, I'm making a joke in chat.
No, that's okay. You can see all of the vines that climb up outside the outside of the walls. You can almost see inside the windows themselves and see just how beautiful everything looks. Thankfully, with Daniel and Alexander, there's no wait to get into the house. Sorry, I'm having a slight hiccup. There's no wait to get into the house for the 2 of them. The car is recognized instantly, and a second gate is opened, allowing them inside. You are greeted by staff, and then your sister Daniel comes swooping through a set of open double doors, stops to look at you, and then look at
The
Alexander.
cage I return to thee.
I thought I told you that I would be putting outfits out for the 2 of you. What's happened?
This was the outfit that spoke to me today.
I'm wearing exactly what you said I should, sister.
Are you sure that doesn't look like the Italian suit I had handmade for you?
Uh, he lifts the coat. It is the exact same suit. It's just been changed. I
Mm.
am I am to her wishes wearing the exact outfit she had picked out for me. I've just changed it completely.
Hmm. Okay. Alexander, this whole thing, this will not do. You have to be presentable to people tonight, and this just reeks of laughter and joking, and we cannot have that. Yorick,
If these
just upstairs, there will be an outfit in Daniel's room picked out for Alexander. Can you just please take him upstairs and get him changed?
No, Yorick. I shall not be getting changed.
Daniel's gonna pat Alexander on the shoulder and then walk in.
She watches as her brother walks through the door, and her eyes drift off to him for a moment and then turn to Alexander. And
He has disappeared.
you feel almost a burning presence as she stares into you, like she can see past your outside into your soul, and she doesn't like what she's looking at.
She's the devil.
Good.
She's the Judeo-Christian devil.
Alexander, darling, this is just not right.
This outfit, like my music, is an expression of my art. If you cannot appreciate that, then I don't know what to say to you.
I see that things will have to be changed, but if you wish to dress in that eye-catching piece, then please enjoy all of the attention that it shall bring.
I shall indeed, as he swins into the party.
Millie's gonna claw her eyes out.
That's going to be great.
His
The
plan is working.
the three of you arrive about 10 or 15 minutes later, and the carriage doesn't join the queue of cars. It swings straight for that same entrance that the car used and opens up just as quickly. Daniel's sister comes out to greet Aphrodite, and as soon as Aphrodite steps down, they hug, they kiss each other's cheeks.
Oh, I just wanted to say, at this Daniel is being kept to like the left of his sister. He is here as a display piece for her. So he is out here too, greeting her guests and acting like he doesn't know who these people are.
As Daniel's sister makes this greeting, she takes a step back and gestures to her brother and just, my dear, have you met? Well, no, of course not. He wasn't at the last party, but I'd like you to be introduced to my brother, Daniel. He is a wonderful artist, and
Would I have heard Aphrodite's name from my sister at this point? Could I greet her by name if I hadn't met her prior?
I'll
Is
say
she going
yes.
by
Yeah,
Aphrodite?
Yeah,
yes,
like
yeah.
okay,
She does.
so
She's not
I've
subtle
heard.
about it at all.
Okay.
Okay, so but like my sister has said her because again I need to give the impression I don't know this
Yeah.
woman.
Yeah, when they part, she does say before she introduces, she's just like, Aphrodite, my dear, it has been too long. Have you? No, of course you haven't met my brother, but Daniel's
Uh,
such a fantastic artist.
Daniel Daniel if he is allowed, kiss Aphrodite's hand and say, "A pleasure to meet you, Lady Aphrodite."
Oh, Daniel, thank you. That's lovely. I have three guests with me, of course. Sorry, Winslow. I don't forget you. Just these two beautiful ladies are just captivating.
Millie Street just jumps down out of the carriage, not using the steps or anything, and like stops up over next to
Does a
her
barrel
and
roll.
takes takes the kind of bodyguard stance, hands behind the back, despite the dress.
Yeah.
Millie, dear, we do have to work on your presentation. But later, of course, parties tonight. And we have Thea here as well. And of course, as I said, Winslow. All three of them new friends, but dear friends. Daniel's sister greets the three of you a little bit more
What is
reserved.
her name? I don't think I don't know. The sister's
It's
name.
Amelia.
Oh.
She greets the three of you a little bit more reserved than she did Aphrodite. Not cold. She's smiling, though it doesn't quite seem to touch her eyes. It's perfect
I mean,
around the mouth. It looks fantastic, like bright white teeth. Perfectly sculpted smile that just doesn't seem to touch her eyes.
that's fair. Winslow's jeans are probably from Target, so
You very much do look like a poor.
Well, the three of you are, of course, welcome, as are you, Aphrodite. Always welcome to this house. Daniel, would you please show them inside to the ballroom?
Of course. Follow me, Lady Aphrodite. And then Daniel will lead them in.
Millie kind of catches up to Daniel and says, I'm gonna claw your sister's eyes out, and then drops back to where Thea is.
As he says that, try and I'll break your neck.
I was gonna offer to sell tickets, but I guess I'm not gonna do that. All right.
We might throw down. I'm here for this.
Thea is ever the respectful bodyguard.
Aphrodite she doesn't say much, but she looks across at the four of you one by one, and her eyes kind of carry the message, and it's behave.
Okay.
I didn't do anything.
Daniel does not
It's mostly
react.
me.
She places a hand on Thea's, and it's like, of course, darling, and I just look to you perhaps to show the others how to act. You do seem like the more responsible one. Thank you, my dear.
Millie's speechless at being called the responsible one. And just kind of nods.
That was Thea being called the responsible one, right?
Oh, was it?
Thea's,
Oh,
yeah,
I thought it was
Thea,
Thea.
sorry.
Thea to be called the responsible one. Millie, she sort of looks at and just behave, my dear. I'm trying to make sure that we have business to attend to. We cannot get thrown out 5 minutes in. Fights
Okay, there's
later.
business to do.
It's
Right.
not just
Business,
dancing
and then we
and
get thrown
food.
out. Understood.
Expensive wine, of course, all of those are here and they're appreciated, but it's not just those things.
Okay.
Alexander, as you're walking through the ballroom, having already gone ahead, not been brought out to be introduced to Aphrodite and Millie, Winslow, and Thea, one of the staff bringing down food just kind of moves around you. Another does the same. An intricate dance. They're just moving through the crowds, offering tiny little bits and pieces to people. And then as you turn, somebody you've never seen before at the residence, but clearly wearing the same outfit as everybody else, slams a platter that is just little pieces of chocolate covered strawberries already warmed, so the chocolate is liquid, melted, that just crashes and mashes into your outfit. And instantly he just, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, sir. I didn't mean to, of course. I'm so clumsy. And oh, I do hope you have a spare outfit, or perhaps, maybe we could take you out and try and get that clean.
Is there any chance that I see this happen?
Oh, 100%.
Oh yeah, I just uh I I walk over, put a hand on Alexander's shoulder. It's like you know where my room is. Go get yourself situated. And then I turn to the man who did it. You're fired. You'll never work in the city again.
Sir,
I blacklist him completely. I know that my sister put him up to this, but
I was just about
but still,
to say.
regardless of who told him to do it, these are the consequences of those actions. He got screwed, but I'm not going to save him from it.
he very carefully places the now empty platter on a side table, turns and walks out, escorted by Yarick, who is very clearly making sure that he leaves and doesn't go find Amelia.
I'm just
to
gonna
try and
pluck a
find some sort
strawberry
of
off of
respite.
Alexander as he walks by.
I'm going to throw the strawberries at his sister as I walk past. No, I kid. That would be foolish.
Billy just kind of
It's
passes
so
his
good.
arm as he walks past in commiseration.
Oh,
I
Alexander hasn't moved yet. He's still steaming, like trying to decide whether he should unpack the violin from the little case that's on his back and smash it round the dude's head or not.
As he retreats with Yarick following just behind and to his right, like just a step behind and to his right, making sure that he goes, a few minutes later, Amelia walks in from the opposite end of the room. How she managed to get around all of the house and through this other side so quickly is anybody's guess. But she does, walks up to Daniel and, Alexander, what? Did you have some kind of accident with your food? I would have thought your
Alexander
parents would have
just
told you
there.
better
Daniel-
by then.
Before Alexander can go off on Daniel intercedes with a member of the help carelessly and foolishly dropped an entire plate of chocolate strawberries down the front of Alexander's suit. The matter has been taken care of, though Alexander still needs to go get himself situated. And like
I
Daniel
do hope you
turns to
fired him,
Alex
Daniel.
to transmit the message. It's like, you should leave before you have to interact with her more.
Alexander would just, and not in a huff, but in a huff. He's walking off in a huff. I was
Half
trying
huff.
not to look like he's walking off in a huff.
Half
We'll
Yeah,
go
it
and
reminds me of the
begrudgingly
meat
get
dress,
changed.
but like edible. So I mean,
In fact, he
right.
will refuse to get changed. He will wear this outfit for the remainder of the evening.
Right. And then
I
to
totally see
Amelia's
that happening.
to Amelia's like statement. Yes, sister, it's been handled.
Yes, that is, of course,
The
good
man
to
has been
hear.
the man has been stripped of his credentials and let out by Yarick. He shan't work in this city again.
Oh, Yarick. If only we could have more stuff just like him, so perfect in his role. Oh,
Could Millie do an insight check on Yarick to see if he goes behind Daniel's back to Amelia?
you can indeed. Based on your interactions with Yarick, how he's interacted with Daniel, and the way he's
And since it's perception, I can use specialization,
mhm.
or it's more insight. So I'll go with more insight.
Alexander is writing a song in his head called The
16.
Defilement of the Hell Beast.
He would never betray Daniel's trust like that. You are absolutely certain.
All right.
Thea sees the mess of chocolate strawberries and just goes, and that's just a waste of chocolate strawberries.
I mean they're good.
Right?
Grab one.
Yeah. I would have chosen like the
I
quiche.
grab one from another tray that walks by. I'm not going to
Interestingly-
disrespect Alexander like
Yeah,
that.
if Winslow is eating chocolate strawberries off the floor, Daniel is going to position himself so Amelia cannot see him doing this.
No, it was very much off of
Off the
Alexander.
suit. Slightly better. Like,
Same difference. Every act of like indecorum, Daniel is making sure Amelia does not witness them. He is doing his damnedest to keep these people off of her radar.
Thea is just being a bodyguard, staying near Aphrodite, sunglasses on.
Alexander, arriving from the what has just happened to his outfit, has completely forgotten about the mission.
important question though. Do you go and get changed, or are you going to wear this outfit for the rest of the night?
I only foresee more misfortune happening to me if I do not go and get changed. So,
WWAD.
The path of least resistance, Alexander.
Increasingly
Indeed.
covered in weird foods. Yep.
Nah, it's more than likely like the suit will be like burned with me still in it.
Almost as if she had already planned for more mishaps, although of course it wasn't Amelia, just an accident.
course
But another member of the staff does come wandering through with a whole plate of quiche. You can see that she is kind of looking around, not so subtly, and then lets out a sigh of relief before wandering through the groups gathered there to present the food, knowing now that she doesn't need to lose her job.
Over at the bar, you see all the bar staff just blowing out the pyramid of flaming cocktails.
One of the cocktails isn't even a show drink. There's just a lit Molotov on the table.
Oh my god, I hate it here.
Aphrodite
Millie
is
does like put on the mask of, all right, I'm professional, I'm here, I'm a bodyguard, and stays to Aphrodite's right.
Somebody really should have warned him. I thought that he knew her much better than that, but
I think he was trying to provoke her.
Amelia doesn't enjoy, well, anything distracting from her. Not on her day.
I think we're distracting enough.
What color was Amelia's garment?
It is a lovely green jacket, black trousers, white shirt.
She's stealing my color. I'm gonna fight her. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I'm just trying to
Waiting for
decide what
Alex.
color will clash with that the most.
Yep.
Because
no, the outfit
Alexander
she
may
laid out for
not do it.
you is that. Sorry.
Oh no, I was
Oh.
talking about her outfit, what she's wearing.
Her outfit. Her outfit is a darker blue.
Okay. Because Alexander may not get anything on her outfit, but if anything goes down, a pink ranger might.
The Pink Ranger breaks off from the fight with actual like immortal monsters to like throw hands at a human.
To
And a
just
human
casually throw a
businesswoman.
pie at this one
Oh
woman.
no.
Just a pot of marinara sauce.
The whole tub.
It's just one big food fight.
Yeah. Amelia's wearing a dark blue with very shiny silver looking jewelry. Not actually silver, but it looks to be silver in color at least. Sapphires inset in the necklace. She has heels on that are adding a couple of extra inches to her already quite impressive height. And like Aphrodite, she's wearing a tiara, although hers is a little bit bigger, a little bit more pronounced, and considerably more shinier.
I should have put points in infiltration.
I have a D4 in that.
Of course you do.
I'm kind of concerned right now because I can see where this is going.
I don't have points in it, so you don't have to worry. It's fine. Wait, unless that's streetwise, then I have points in it.
It would be infiltration.
Dang it. Okay. I'm back under the mom disguise. The mom bodyguard disguise. It's fine. It's fine.
Millie is waiting to see if she gets a text message to go and do it since we don't know she's sneaky.
No, Thea's not gonna do that. She's gonna play nice. She doesn't want to blow their cover.
You have time to get a drink, get food. Aphrodite is leading the way towards a large circular table in the middle where there is a champagne tower of just champagne flutes stacked on top of one another. Thankfully, somebody slightly taller than the rest of you is just taking glasses off the top,
Slightly taller
making
than
sure
what?
that, yeah, he stands about 7 foot tall. Probably at some point a basketball player. You can see he is very carefully keeping an eye on the bottom row of glasses, especially as the table is such prominent in the middle of the room, and people dancing and moving about are getting closer and closer.
That's an accident waiting to happen.
Hmm.
Hey Winslow, would you give me a drink?
Yeah. Thea?
I'm good. I want to keep a clear head.
I think Millie's already about a half a bottle of champagne.
And for me,
I
of
see.
course, Winslow as well.
Right.
In fact,
Yeah.
2.
Come down with 4 then. 2 for Aphrodite, 1 for Millie, 1 for myself.
Thea is eating though. She's picking off little bits of stuff as they fly by because she can't
didn't-
help free food.
They didn't take you for a double fister.
The first just disappears instantly.
Oh, never mind. Fair enough.
The second she holds in her hands and seems to be nursing, using it to obscure her face as she looks across the room, trying to find the individual they're looking for. I did ask, but I don't know if you answered, because you did ask about her outfit. Do you change into the outfit that she had prepared for you, Alexander?
Suppose so. Begrudgingly.
The surrender in his voice.
It fits perfectly.
He does manage to clean off whatever little bit of chocolate was on the big blue bow tie, and he's still got that on.
Oddly, the bow tie is
Defiance.
exactly the same shade of blue as her dress, and she's okay with that.
Bow tie away.
Instantly takes the bow tie.
But
Does he still have the wig on? Is my question.
Oh, the wig's glued on, like it ain't coming off tonight.
Love it. Love
the,
it.
The suit fits perfectly. The shoes are perfect. They've got nice inserts so that although they're new shoes and perfectly made, they're not uncomfortable to be breaking in. She's even included a leather bag to put across your back for your violin.
Casa.
Well, you can't say
A
she's
curse
not
upon
thoughtful.
her.
Well, you can't say she doesn't plan. I shouldn't say thoughtful.
She is devious,
I mean,
is what
she
she is.
she knows that he wouldn't leave it behind. He'd figure out some ghetto rig to put on.
When you come back down to the ballroom, she is not waiting, but just seems to be standing near the stairs talking to somebody, so that when you walk down, she's there. And she looks straight at you and just, oh, Alexander, you look so wonderful in that.
Wait. Can I roll an infiltration check to see if she sees me?
Yeah,
I'm going
go
to try
for
and
it.
sneak past her.
Go for it.
You see her before she sees
12.
12? No.
Oh.
I will say if you want to try and back up as she sees you, you can. But she does see you, like, on
Just
the
turn and
stairs
run.
as you're 3/4 of the way down. And she just, Alexander, dear,
Oh, damn it. Yes, Amelia.
you look wonderful.
If you can call this wonderful, then yes.
Of course, the blue just, it brings out so much of your eyes, and
It's not really my color.
the green jacket, it fits your shoulders so well.
Okay, I have to admit, it does fit nice.
Oh,
Can I see them talking?
yes.
It's like signaling. Hey, man.
Help
Hey,
me.
Aphrodite,
Help.
can I step away for a moment? Will you be
She
all right with just two?
looks across at Amelia and Alexander and just slowly shakes her head and just, yes, dear, of course. Please go
Thank you.
save him before he does something that we will all regret.
Thank you. And then I will approach going, Alexander, is that you?
Alexander looking over at Thea thinking, where can I pretend I know this girl from?
We met at the concert in Chicago, correct?
Yes, the concert in Chicago. Hello, how are you? And he'll like
I'm good.
slip around.
Thea,
Oh, I
make me a performance check.
oh, yes. Yes, I will. And I will use my new savant and I will get a D2 in it, which I don't have a D2 out. That is where is a coin? I have a coin right here. 17 is heads. Matt decided is heads 2 or 1.
We'll go with 2.
Okay, that is an 18.
Amelia looks at your outfit and her brow furrows for a moment and just, interesting. I think I had some of those.
Alexander very
No.
quickly gets going, oh, Amelia, if you just look over there, it looks like one of the servers is serving the wrong type of cutlery.
What?
And he'll just like,
instantly.
Thwom.
I
And just
quickly-
usher
Smoke from the
I
ears.
quickly
Thea
take
away.
Alexander's arm and I take him to the dance floor where she can't touch him for a good solid few songs.
Thank you very much for saving me, Thea, but it was very dangerous going up to her in one of her own outfits.
Yeah. Oh, I just wanted to rub it in.
I may owe
Does
you one.
Amelia, the direction she walk in, go within 10 feet of Millie?
Yeah.
Okay, so because Millie doesn't want to leave Aphrodite's side, but she's going to activate her aura viewing
Yep.
to see what Amelia's aura looks like.
What color is evil?
Chaos.
What color
What
is
color
evil?
is evil?
It's,
I
you
need
know,
to
that Vanta black.
pull up my. If it will load.
I also have it right here as well because I saved it to my phone.
She has, as
Okay.
she looks at Alexander, there is a dark red
Eep.
that
Yeep.
fades into just a
Yeep.
brighter red that when Alexander says about the wrong cutlery being given out,
Oh no, I
Yeep.
said something right. Oh no.
turns straight into brown.
I need to know all
All
these
right.
things.
Oh.
Context.
I wish I understood this reference.
Millie kind of makes a note and takes a step closer to Aphrodite and says, I think Alexander might be in a little bit of trouble with Amelia. Like, not because she's like mad that he
Satan?
did the things he did. I think that it's more than just a political marriage she's looking for with him. I think she actually likes him.
Oh
Oh
no.
God.
I think at the very least, she may like that he is currently, at least, not doing what she tells him to do.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh
so
no. I'm
the
playing into her hands.
contrariness is what is drawing her to him. Oh, I should warn him.
I was
And
gonna
can
say
you
something
imagine
about how
many people
you
say
should
no
always
to
stand
her?
up to bullies, but with that information,
Anyway,
Daniel,
yeah, that's the thing.
Daniel, when Amelia finishes dressing down this member of staff, who it turns out was not handing out the wrong cutlery at all, but it's too late. She has caught Amelia's ire. But when she finishes, she wanders over to where you are, puts a hand on your shoulder, and just says, Daniel, dear, we have some people to meet.
Of
Are you
course.
ready?
Yes, sister.
Stand up straight. I thought maybe Yarick needed to give you better lessons, but you do seem to be doing very well. Thank you. Perhaps we can talk about setting you up a new gallery after this? Something to present some of your artwork. I hear the last one got destroyed.
I'd like unseen by her and literally everyone else. Daniel like clenches his hand like really fast before letting it go and returning to inner peace. Uh, that would be wonderful, sister. I'd appreciate it quite thoroughly.
Of course, we will have to put the family name on it. Perhaps some sort of charity auction for one of our projects. Let me think on it, and I'll let you know when to be there for the opening.
Of course.
I'll pick some of your best
Daniel
work.
is Daniel is really glad that that his glasses are the type that like are reflective because his eyes are so hollow right now.
She takes you to meet a couple of different individuals. One is the current mayor of the city, another a business partner of the family, slightly older man, and his much younger wife. The third, she introduces you to, and they're having a conversation as if old friends. But you can see through your glasses that not everything is as it seems. Because this lovely woman with jet black hair, a pair of long leather trousers, and a blouse that is a lovely shimmering purple, blue, and green, hides snakes descending from her head, hides a look of disdain for Amelia.
like her already.
Daniel, have you met... sorry, can I just... Gion? Gion. That's an interesting family name. Oh, yes, of course. She... her family own a lovely art installation. Lots of stone work. In fact, there's several pieces in our estate.
Always a pleasure to meet. Always a pleasure to meet a fellow artist, Miss. You said her name was Xuan?
Gion, yes.
Jian? Always a pleasure to meet another artist, Miss Xian.
She looks over at you, kind of looks at your glasses and the fact that you're wearing sunglasses indoors.
Sunglasses indoors at night.
Yeah.
New
I
song,
wear
go.
my sunglasses at night.
Uh, it would just be another artist like I who wears such interesting attire at such a inappropriate time. Such wonderful glasses. May I inquire as to where you got them from?
A good friend and the owner of several aquariums downtown.
You see that
The
the
one thing
snakes
was
upon her head twitch in anger, and she straightens up a little bit, her shoulders pulled back. Oh, yes, I do believe I know who you're talking about. Has a little bit of a surfer vibe to him.
Dreadfully unbecoming, but one can't help it.
That is the first thing you've said so far that I agree with. Dreadfully unbecoming. Well,
I mean, look, my sister is right next to me. I'm not doing shit for the mission. I'm not doing a goddamn. I'm gonna wait until I can. I'm gonna wait until I can signal someone who actually has agency here.
it was nice to meet you, Daniel. I'm sure our paths will cross again, though I do hope that I shall not be creating any statues of you. Immortality in marble or stone is a strange way to go. And
When it comes to art, I can handle my own immortality.
with that, she turns on her heel and slinks off. Her movement's quite fluid. The snakes on the back of her head staring at you as
I
she
don't
leaves.
take the shades off, but on the off chance that somehow the snakes can see through the tinted, I wink at them.
Are you okay, Daniel? It did seem you hadn't met her before, had you?
No, I am aware of her work, of course. Very talented,
Yes.
almost supernaturally so.
Do you remember the statue of our grandfather? Oh,
Oh,
Oh, Grampy, no.
Quite aware of it.
such a fantastic likeness of him.
I'm quite aware of it and now extremely horrified.
It was an excellent present after he and Mother had that falling out.
Yes, I did hope that they could, fix those bridges that were damaged, but
Well, he strangely disappeared.
It's a shame he passed so soon after.
yes, and not even a body to bury. That flight he took across the Amazon, so
He got hypothermia.
What? In the Amazon?
It's like it's just one of those conversations where it's like, did you hear old lady scorpion shoes died? You'll never guess how. It was the scorpion in her shoe. Yes, the scorpion in her shoe. Pneumonia. she shot her point blank. Huh? Just dying in the most unexpected way possible, like every hamster.
Like every hamster.
Name a hamster that died normally.
I mean, fair.
Winslow, make me a alertness perception check.
At some point during our mingling, when Amelia gets within range of Aphrodite again, I am going to signal to the get. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna draw a picture of this woman.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just gonna very quickly behind my back, no eyes, no look, no attention on me. Do a sketch of this woman, color palette included, but not in color. I'm pressed for time. I'm pressed for time. And then I'm just going to slide that to Thea.
Because
Thea's
they
on the
fold it
dance
into
floor.
a paper
Oh,
aeroplane.
then I'm gonna slide it.
Right.
Oh, God, I don't want to. I can't trust either of these two schmucks.
Wait, no. While this conversation was going on with Daniel, has Thea and Alexander exited the dance floor yet?
That's up to the two of you.
Because how
Several
long would they have
songs
been on the
would
dance
have
floor?
taken place.
She is distracted. If Alexander wanted to vanish, it's a good a time as any.
Yeah.
Alexander is hiding in a corner at the bar, like in
Yeah,
darkness,
so
where he
so
cannot
yeah,
be seen.
she would have taken him on the dance floor long enough for Amelia to be distracted, and then they would have probably separated ways. So yeah, Thea would have been back at Aphrodite's side.
Oh yeah, then I'm gonna give you the composite sketch. Not say anything, make no notice that I've acknowledged you, and just keep going.
It's like the walk past and then just the like slight touching of hands as a notice passed.
Mhm.
I crumple it into my hand, gently grasp it in my hand, and just hide it so nobody notices anything.
Whilst this is taking place, Winslow, you see a familiar friend. Your date from only 2 days ago. Her wig is gone, although she did manage to retrieve it in her fleeing of the damaged gallery.
Yep.
And she's currently hanging on the arm of a older man, laughing at his jokes and telling him you can hear all about her modeling career.
Neat. Just going to not look at her. Don't want to deal with that.
That's fair. Thea, you have the artwork in your hand, and you see a beautiful woman who has... Interesting question. Did you draw the snakes in her hair, or did you draw how she would look?
Well, they can all see it too, so of course I drew the snakes in her hair.
Well, that's what I thought,
It would
but
just,
I didn't want to put words in
it
your
would
mouth.
just, you know, it would just confuse them if I drew the human guys. No, it's got the snakes.
You see a beautiful woman, snakes in her hair, one of them looking slightly angry. The snakes. Blouse, leather trousers, heels. Make me a perception check. I'm going to say with an upshift.
Sweet.
For all of us
Uh,
that are looking at the art?
Yep.
Yeah.
Anybody who
Yeah.
sees the artwork can make the
Sweet.
perception check.
Yeah.
I would show it to the rest of them, so.
Yeah. Like, you know,
Oh wait, I'm
didn't think-
specialized. Woohoo!
I didn't think I'd be into the whole snake hair thing, but I might be.
Critical
Of course you are.
17.
There's if you flip the sketch over, there's a note on the back that says, Winslow, should you find yourself turned to stone, you will not be displayed in the garden.
I should have rolled on the thing. I am rolling terribly. I just rolled really
Oh.
terribly.
Poor
Words are
Winslow.
hard.
Just a polite notice. He deserves to know. It's in regards to him, after all.
Did you leave any other notes on the paper?
I mean, wait for one of them to make a snide comment so I can do some more foresight. But
I giggle. Thea just goes.
I'd expect nothing less.
Billy starts looking at the snakes in the hair on the picture and comparing it to if she sees the woman, and then looking at her jewelry and
You,
Oh, I
Millie,
compared you
you
to a
see
summer
her pretty
snake.
much straight away
Oh.
as she moves past, off about 25, 30 foot away. the snakes do look angry. You can see them sort of writhing about on her heads, almost as if they're continuing some sort of conversation amongst themselves and darting looks around them. She herself is moving very carefully to ensure that nobody is within touching distance of her, and looks to be quite guarded, as if she's expecting to be attacked.
You said that the snakes seem to be talking to each other? Can I roll an animal handling check to see if I can make out any of what they're saying?
Castle tongue engage.
I will say make the animal handling check. You won't be able to tell what they're saying, but I will say you will be able to kind of get a feel for what they're communicating.
All right.
You know, it's not just going to be like Bob the Snake turns to look at Sally.
24.
Jimmy Christmas.
Dang.
Bob the Snake turned to look at Sally and no.
Oh,
I bet
Sally.
that the snake called Harry is very upset right now.
Yes, Harry is very upset right now, Sally. I don't know what's happened, but
Don't know what's rustled his jimmies, but
yeah, the snakes look on edge. They look slightly aggressive, poised to attack, to strike, and they are, you notice straight away, they are providing like 360 degrees of vision. There's even snakes looking sort of up and around themselves.
Are there any concentrating on Daniel, since I know that
One of them
Daniel
is.
spoke to her?
One of them, the entire time, you can see almost like a line drawn between the two of them. Wherever he goes, the snake follows.
Daniel is strangely aware of this snake.
Millie will text the group chat and say, "Eyes on Medusa. Daniel, you have a Medusa snake. Eyes on you."
And
Daniel did not bring his
Daniel-
phone to this function.
I will send a picture of the sketch to Alexander. I don't know if he has this one of them, but I will send us a picture of the sketch to Alexander and to Alexander, just so he has eyes and knows what they look like.
I'm assuming you point her out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He must have done something to piss her off.
Probably
how unlike
mentioned
him.
Poseidon,
The one thing we
which
weren't
we were
supposed to do.
expressly told not
Yeah.
to do.
Oh, God. Thanks, Daniel. Super fucking appreciate that.
There's an image of Daniel giving a thumbs up in the sky. Like in like sort of like translucent in the sky at Daniel, smiling, giving a thumbs up. There's a twinkle in his teeth.
Oh my God. All right. Well, we need to smooth this over if we're gonna have any chance of.
I think she may respond better to female presence. Do you want me to take this one, Thea, since you ran interference?
Uh,
And I mean, the whole snake thing is
yeah.
kind of my deal.
Yeah.
I just have to remember, if she challenges me to a duel, no sabers or spears. And
Oh yeah,
Millie
that's
walks
important.
off.
Yeah.
Uh,
about that.
question for DM. Was she the one that we were supposed to meet with Aphrodite? Or were we supposed to meet her?
Aphrodite, from what I remember, hasn't said who she's meeting. Just that
Okay.
Medusa would be there, and Medusa
Yeah.
has a
I think
habit
you
of
guys were
collecting
just
things.
using her as a cover.
Yeah.
Like,
All right.
Aphrodite was your ticket in without having to rely on Daniel or Alexander, which would have
and
put you
Alright.
Yeah.
on.
Medusa
Julius
may
radar.
be able to help us punch Zeus in the nose.
All right. Then I'll just nod and be like, yeah, I'll keep an eye on Miss Pretty.
Sunglasses on. Here, I'll even.
Props!
I mean, I guess you can do it. It's fine. Put in a good word for me.
Keep an eye on you. Scream if anything goes
Millie
wrong.
stops for a second at that and turns and looks at Winslow and like, put in a good. Do you have a crush on Medusa?
Maybe. What about it?
Oh, shake her head and walk off.
You'd think if anyone would understand, it'd be the snake girl. I mean,
But Millie
Another
will
another note unfolds from the back of the thing. It just says "weeb."
Millie
Just
will
go, oh,
walk
look, this is what's for you.
in the general direction of Medusa without looking like she's necessarily seeking her out, and having taken note of the space she's keeping from other people, will stop about a little more than 5 feet away, so it's not even in hand's reach, and just say, I hear you could possibly help us with a slight electricity problem we're having.
One of the snakes sort of almost looks like it's leaning down to talk to Medusa, like almost in her ear. And Medusa slowly turns and looks at you, looks at the fact that you're wearing sunglasses, and just, are you with the other one? I presume you are.
Do yourself a favor and
I
say
am
no.
acquainted with him, but his tactics are crass.
And did you two get those glasses from the surfer?
Oh no, mine came from Aphrodite. She wanted me to come over and convey her salutations. And
She got a roll deception for that.
I know that she would not put you in the position of having to speak with her, but just a nod.
Roll me either deception or persuasion.
This isn't persuasion. Come on.
She's being quite persuasive at the same point.
She's
All
lying.
right, I don't have anything in either of those,
Okay.
so
You are going to get
we'll
an
roll
upshift,
deception.
but you will
Okay.
roll 2d20 and take the lowest.
So a snag.
Just roll
Yes.
2 nat 20s. Do it right now, please.
A 6.
Baby.
I might need to tag in.
Yeah, I rolled a 19 without a skill dice.
Oh no, sweetie.
She
So already 2
looks at
degrees
you.
of success.
She looks across at Aphrodite and raises a hand slightly in greeting, and then looks back at you and just leans a little bit closer. And before you can follow the movement, you feel a stinging slap across your cheek.
Can I
Well then,
position myself
lovely
so
to meet
Amelia
you,
doesn't
and
see
she
me?
will curtsy and say, I shall convey your salutations back to Aphrodite. And just turns and walks away.
Before
looks like
you
we're 0 for
look,
2.
you turn, you take a step, and she raises her voice loud enough to be heard by you. There are a couple of people watching, but she doesn't want everyone to hear, and she just says, "Do you not accept?"
Oh, fantastic. Fisticuffs? As
Well,
Millie just looks over her shoulder.
I
I
am
challenged
watching and I'm
you,
like,
so it would be your choice of weapons.
I'm gonna get Amelia out of here.
Fantastic. At dawn? We wouldn't want to interrupt this fabulous party.
Do you plan on enjoying yourself any further at this party? Because I know that I shall not, knowing that there are those around me who appear to be lying.
Yeah, I'm gonna get Amelia out of this party somehow. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna try.
On the eve of what I now know will be a duel, I will restrain myself from further drinking.
Well,
Also because Millie thinks that she might try and poison her drink
At dawn, then.
under the table. Very well. I shall. And Millie, like, I'm gonna say that Millie has asked Yarick to make just like a simple like business card with just a burner phone number to give to Medusa.
You people aren't
so
allowed
that
to
we
tell my
could.
butler to do anything.
I didn't say tell, I said
Yarick, dear.
asked. But you wouldn't want Medusa to have direct access to one of us.
I'd give Medusa direct access to Daniel.
So, with Millie and Medusa having a duel at dawn the following day, Daniel currently trying to ensure that his sister is avoiding that general area.
Just goddamn it, just make sure
Yep.
she can't see any of you.
All right.
Alexander, make me an infiltration check, please.
Oh, I'm being sneaky.
What are you doing?
I don't know. 11.
Daniel, you're by your sister's side as one of the staff slides past, and you see him pass her a note. It is a perfectly folded piece of paper.
I can't intercede with that. I just gotta keep
Can I
it
make an
on.
alertness check?
You can make an alertness check.
To see if I notice so I can try and slip away.
You've been spotted.
15?
You see Daniel, you see his sister, you see a note in her hands. You can't see what it says.
But I instantly see her eyes shift over to me.
Do you think she is that obvious?
No, but it's one of those like subconscious things that you can't help in it. Just
Like when you're being hunted by a predator. When you
do
feel the
watch
hairs on your neck stand up
as she
because you know you're in
unfolds the piece
danger.
of paper, folds it back up in several smaller pieces, and slowly turns to look at you, dead in the eye.
I'm going to make another infiltration check to see if I'm there when her eyes move to me. It's just someone else dressed in my outfit. Critical 18.
Critical 18. Let's have a look. That's a 16, and I need a skill dice.
As her eyes shoot over, if it does work, as her eyes shoot over, she'll look over and still see me there. And as she comes over and gets closer, she'll realize it's just a cardboard cutout of me.
Where did you get the cardboard cutout?
It's one that Daniel had lying around somewhere that he had used for a stencil for some artwork.
Unfortunately,
Substitution jutsu.
That's his civilian superpower. Cardboard cutouts.
Unfortunately for you, Alexander, she rolled a 19.
Oh no.
Oh, I can't see this, so I can't use my illusion powers.
Guys, my sister is great at what she does.
I hate her.
Can I spend a story
She's
point
really
to
good at being
increase my
awful.
Nope.
Nope.
increase my evasion by like
She
whatever
walks
Run away.
over towards you
as I'm setting up the cardboard cut.
as you're trying to find a way to escape as you're looking around you for a avenue to sort of vanish into. But
Just hide behind
unfortunately
a
for
stool.
you, by your own word, you are in the corner by the bar. And as she heads towards you, there is nowhere to go. She is moving straight for you. She can see you. She can see anywhere you would try to leave by. And her eyes do not leave yours the entire time. When she gets there,
Teleportation would be good right now.
she places a hand out, and Alexander, dear, it has been such a long time since we danced, and you do have such a fantastic two-step.
It's a shame the same can't be said for you, my dear. is what Alexander is thinking of the last time they danced and his toes being very sore afterwards.
Fun fact, the last time they danced, they were both 4 years old.
I was thinking like
danced-
5, 6, but
Yeah,
yeah.
they danced together as children. Like, it
Yep.
wasn't...
And yet his toes were never the same.
Mhm. He did want to be a dancer when he was younger, but unfortunately that dream was stifled, so he went into music instead.
That's why Daniel dances. He dances for his friend.
And yeah, Alexander just danced with Thea.
Oh, jeez.
He's
Would you
guilty,
care to
he's got no
dance?
rhythm.
Alexander looking around for somewhere to escape. As the inevitable sinks in, you see his soul leave his eyes as he takes Amelia's hand and leads her to the dance floor.
As soon as you step out onto the dance floor, the lights dim.
Oh no.
Oh no.
The song changes to something slow.
It's
Oh, no.
Day and Night by Kid Cudi.
No, it's like Boys to Men or something.
Oh.
I'll
Right?
make
That's
love
where my
to
mind
you.
And she takes a step closer and roll me a performance check.
Oh, see, at least it's something I'm good at.
I'm going to say performance with edge
Oh, hello. That's very nice of you.
because she is lending you assistance.
Gross.
That is a 23.
You lead her across the dance floor for the length of the song, and you notice maybe 30 seconds in, a spotlight, not very bright, it doesn't really draw all of the attention, but it just
Fallen
gently enough
directly into
to,
her trap.
yeah, just gently enough to guide the eye towards the two of you as you drift across the dance floor.
Alexander can just see the headline in his eyes, like in his mind, like from the next morning, like merger between blah blah and blah.
The rest of you all see this. You see the lights dim. You see the spotlight come on. Again, not powerful. It draws your eye, but it's not blaring. It doesn't single them out on the dance floor. Just enough to follow them around and give them a
Yeah,
little
I
bit of
think
isolation.
And it was
at this
during this
point, I'm-
dance. Oh, sorry, go ahead, Michael. Go.
I would say at this point I'm already halfway to Medusa.
It was at this point during the dance, like with Aphrodite, the goddess of love, there, that Alexander unexpectedly just falls in love with.
Don't jinx it! Don't jinx it!
With
I'm
Amelia.
knocking on wood.
Don't do it.
And just the sheer skill of her dancing
Look away
abilities.
from the light.
Roll-
I joke. Sorry, it was a bit, I swear.
Roll a survival check to not fall in love with my sister.
What's your
No,
what's your willpower defense?
13. So I'm rolling with Snag, and
Correct.
I got a natural 1. I got a 1 or a 19 on my D20, so I got a natural 1 on my survival check.
You've never seen Amelia look so lovely as she does tonight.
Alexander just shakes his head, like trying to get that thought out of his mind.
I can feel it coming in the
Yeah,
air
tonight.
tonight. Lord.
He shakes his head as the drum beat kicks in, and it.
Dun, 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 dun.
It's not even a song playing, but it's in your head, and you're just sort of like,
Can I do something to assist my mans?
I will say you definitely can. You can.
You know what? No, I know what I want to do. I just want to know if I can. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have started dancing with literally anyone, like any person who is trying to suck up to the LaRue estate, which is everyone. So
Yeah, I mean, you get a small gaggle of individuals.
I take
both.
I take a lady at random, start dancing, and then
It's totally my date from the other night.
and then smooth as silk. I'm going to transfer partners so that whoever this is dancing with Alexander, and I've started dancing with my sister.
Can I make a sleight errata to that.
Do you want me to dance with you,
Yeah, I was going
Alexander?
to say they're
You
dancing
hand-
together, aren't they?
you hand them, and Daniel swoops Alexander away. But it's like
I
a
can
quick
feel it.
exchange.
Go
So
in
Amelia
there.
doesn't notice that it's you. It's just a quick exchange, like ting.
Oh, I
Very
like how
funny.
we all knew where
I
that
am
was
going to go
going
with
as soon
my
as he opened
plan.
his mouth.
Very funny. Class act. Unfortunately, Daniel is not here to be funny. Not tonight.
All right.
Millie thinking we can cause a distraction. Oh wait, no, Winslow already walked towards Medusa. I was gonna say how tall he is with how short she is.
When you said Winslow is already halfway to Medusa, my first thought was that one panel from like the JoJo manga where like Dio and Jotaro are approaching each other and they're
Is
both
that
just
face off?
stanced up.
I've seen that
Yeah.
one, yes. Yeah,
And they're
the
both
face
just
off.
stanced up, like just walking with purpose towards target.
Thea is doing her job. Yeah.
Thank
Millie
Thea,
will
thank
then
you for
stay
being
by.
normal.
We only
Well,
professional.
Millie is walking. Well, Millie will have walked past Winslow and just shake her head at him, and then walk up to Thea and Aphrodite and be like, "Well, that could have gone better. But
Oh,
I
no.
jeweler it done.
Oh no.
So yeah,
It's fisticuffs. It's knuckles."
Oh no.
I have successfully swapped whoever this is for my sister.
You just see Alexander mouthing, "Thank you," as he like swings behind.
Whilst this
And
all
then I'm
takes
gonna
place,
make up some bullshit so that she's not mad at me. Like we need to talk about something that's relevant to her. I don't know.
whilst these interactions are going on, Millie returns to Thea and Aphrodite. Daniel manages to steal his sister and save his friend. Winslow approaches the lovely Medusa, who is pacing ever so slightly, walking the same 3 steps backwards and forwards near an entrance or an exit that leads out to the gardens.
Don't get stoned.
Excuse me.
Another note
I-
falls out. Lol.
I never thought I'd have the opportunity to actually talk to you in person. Your story always felt unfinished. There's another half.
She
I almost got
looks
smote when I asked Poseidon about it, honestly.
she looks at your glasses and then sort of more at your face in general. And how many of you are there?
An unfortunate amount.
Did he send you?
No. We need your help. And I wanted to meet you.
She sort of
And this is the only way I could ever look you in the eye.
she lets out a sad chuckle. It's just yes, of course. Mirrors and shields and glasses. Should I be concerned that he has such things laying around in number? Probably.
Maybe. But we mean you no harm.
Why did you wish to meet me?
Have you heard anything about what is happening with Zeus?
It's a bit difficult to avoid.
I assume. Well, he has my mother. Nike.
So you're a child.
Apparently, I found out, I don't know, yesterday.
Things do tend to happen quite quickly amongst them. Amongst you, I suppose now. Will you be as cruel as them?
I hope not.
Do you know your Greek stories? The tragedies?
Unfortunately, yeah. My mom was very adamant that I study intently, and now I know why.
You know, very few that go up against them do so without significant detriment to their health.
And yet, he can't be allowed to do what he's doing.
And you think you can stop him?
I think we have the best chance, especially if you help.
Oh dear, no. I will be leaving very shortly.
I understand. I don't know. I don't know how you can help. We just have we all have the feeling that there's some way that you can help us. We're not asking you to fight unless you want to. I hear you're
Looks
very
at
good
me.
with spears, but even just an ally who knows the truth of things.
You just want, what, somebody to talk to? Somebody to come to for information?
Yeah, maybe.
And here I thought you were after, well, one of the many things I've collected over the years.
Well, he did say something about a thing, didn't he? You're very distracting. There was it a shield or I don't even think
Oh, not the shield.
yeah. Listen,
You must know
it would
that
help us.
story, of course.
Yeah,
Everybody knows
it would
that story.
it would help us immensely, but I understand if you don't want to part with it.
You know it was Athena's, don't you?
Yeah, he has her too.
That's probably why he sent you for it. It would have some parts of her gift. It would explain the attempted break-ins recently as well.
Has he already come for you? Do you need protection?
Hmm.
Of course you
Oh
don't, but
dear. There are several more statues in my garden.
yeah, I'm sure they're lovely.
She looks over towards Millie and places a hand on her hip, and just, there may be one more tomorrow. A friend of yours, I believe. She lied to me. I don't appreciate that.
I understand. We were trying to dance around the Poseidon of it all, and that was obviously a mistake.
Perhaps you should have spoken together before, because one of your number just came out and said where you got those glasses from.
I alluded to it. I did not say it.
Yeah, yeah, that was yeah. Though the look on his face when I asked him, or when I mentioned that you had gotten sort of the raw end of the deal was kind of priceless.
Yes, he does like to think he is the hero of every story, better than his brother.
Yeah. I- I'm sure this duel is happening no matter how this conversation turns out. And honestly, I don't think I can stop Millie at this point. I would ask that you not make her a statue, though. We kind of need her.
She would make a rather small but mighty addition to perhaps my drawing room. I could, if I got the right pose, maybe something, I could put a glass table upon her head and hands.
Yeah, but I also her pet snake Eve would be pretty sad about it, I think.
And she has a pet snake.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like her
Hmm.
after all.
Maybe she isn't entirely malicious.
No, we meant you no harm. We meant you no disrespect. We didn't want to bring up the past, and we fucked that up real good, obviously.
In that we are agreed.
But could we start again?
Make me a persuasion check. I'm gonna say with edge.
I'm gonna spend a story point for
Go for it.
specialization.
I should have spent a
Doesn't
story
help
point
that
on my
much, but
stealth.
I want it. Come on. 13?
She holds out a hand towards you and sort of places it upon yours in a delicate fashion, as if to say hello, and just introduces herself. I am the Gorgon Medusa. And you would be?
Winslow Winifred Wingard.
Quite a mouthful.
Yeah, I know. My mom has a thing with winning, obviously. But
Yes.
it is truly an honor and a pleasure to meet you.
I think if you don't mind, I will call you Winslow.
Winslow, Win.
I feel that is a little bit
I'm
too on the
on the
yeah, a little too on the nose.
Fair enough.
But Winslow. What? You see, I collect rare objects. They have use, they have power, they can draw the
Mhm.
wrong kind of attention, but they also act as, I believe nowadays they're called the nuclear option. What would you give me for one of those? You wish the shield? What do you have to give me for it?
I don't have a lot to offer. Part of me wants to just offer you dinner and a movie, but um what do you want?
Dinner and a movie.
She takes a step back, leans against the wall, apart like propped on her elbow, and eyes you up and down, Accepted.
Oh!
A duel and a date. That's the name of this episode.
Yep, that's what the name of this episode.
That's the name of next episode, because that's when it's gonna happen.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
It wouldn't make sense if that was this episode.
This episode is a
True.
prelude to Duel and a Date.
A prelude.
Every episode from now on is based around the duel and the date. Prelude. The next one is the duel and the date, and the one
The
after
aftermath.
that is the aftermath of the duel and the date.
Oh,
Further down the line, several weeks from the duel and the date.
Duel of the Date revolutions.
Assassin's Creed 2 duel and a date.
Fantastic. Wow. Yeah, okay. I didn't think that. Yes, good, great, perfect.
She takes a business card out of the very tight pockets of her leather trousers and hands it over. It has a Gorgon's heads. She is very much playing up the aspect of that, and it has her name Gion's stoneworks across it with Greek columns at the edges of each side of the business card, and on the bottom is a phone number. Call me. We will.
I will.
Well, I say we, you will arrange the dates, and if everything goes to plan, then I will give you the shield.
There was a joke to be made there.
Oh. No pressure. Right.
Oh, there is a lot of pressure.
Oh, so we're talking about it. So we're just gonna say the thing that goes unsaid. Cool.
Well,
It has been a long time since I have been on a romantic liaison. And the last one didn't exactly leave me looking for others.
I understand.
You have a lot to make up for.
I only wish I could do it without these.
Well, things must be what things must be. Now,
All right.
if you don't mind, I have some other deals to make.
Of course.
Somebody
you.
awaits me in the garden.
Oh.
A statue in their honor. The Fool.
Well, I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Look
Farewell.
forward to seeing you again.
And with that, she strolls out of the room, the snakes on her head, all looking back at Winslow, other than the one that still stares in Daniel's direction.
Daniel looks at it. Daniel looks at it and winks again.
Walk back.
You look
Honesty. Always
flabbergasted.
lead with honesty, guys. Like,
Okay. What happened?
we have a date.
What?
We have a duel.
And if
Okay.
if the date goes well, we get the shield.
Both
Okay.
come to dates.
Two birds, one stone.
And a duel. Because I know she won't back out of that. So.
No, but I think I managed to convince her not to turn you to stone afterward. So
Okay, well that's good.
I mean, bob and weave. Don't let her hit my glasses.
I need to talk to one of the rich kids. I have an idea. If you'll excuse me again.
Pointing to where they're still dancing.
Oh, are they both still?
As if by like just magic, the sheer mention of his name makes Alexander appear.
Brilliant. Alex.
He spins whoever that was off into the distance.
It just like slides up.
I need a huge favor if it's actually a possible thing that can happen.
Oh, what might it be?
Mirrored contacts.
You could probably do that with scleras.
I don't want to wear these glasses in her presence again if I don't have to.
I don't really specialize in those sort of things, but
But you have lots of money.
I have some connections. Maybe
Yeah.
I'll have to find something for you.
Yeah.
And he like sends a quick email.
Yeah.
And as Millie can find $20 ones in a Google search.
Oh, look, Windows got 20/20 vision. He doesn't know shit about content.
Hindsight.
Yeah.
Thea
Well,
and Millie, or Thea. No, Thea. Millie is currently talking with Winslow, but Thea, Aphrodite looks off into the distance, and you find her hand gently touching your elbow. My dear, we have a meeting to get to. Do you mind?
Not at all. Should I grab the others or just...
Tell them to be ready, but if we need them, it will be sudden and loud. He doesn't do quiet. And strangely,
Winslow,
not
should we
subtle.
dance so we're close by?
Got it. I will nod to the others and just say, keep an eye out. I'll let you guys know if we need you.
yeah.
And then
okay.
I will follow Aphrodite to wherever she may lead me. This is gonna be interesting.
And then the super tall guy and the super short girl dance.
Alexander?
What exactly is the room like? Like, what's the above head situation? Is there anywhere that Alexander could get up to and hide, sort of thing?
No.
Take a vantage point.
No. It is a huge, wide open ballroom. The table in the middle with the champagne tower. There's a few tables off to the side with food. There's a bar in one corner. The top of the ceiling, it has chandeliers. Crystal
It's a shame about this
chandeliers
whole
that just...
secret identity thing, because Alexander could just go on stage and start playing, and then if shit kicked off, ta-da, Power Ranger, shoot, shoot.
Ta-da, Power Ranger shoot shoot is...
That's the name of the episode, guys.
Ta-da, Power Ranger shoot shoot, yeah.
Yep.
I'm going to make a note of that so I remember that. Thea, Aphrodite leads you not out of the room, but towards the exit that Amelia had come in from when she reappeared from greeting and meeting everybody. About 13 or 14 foot before you get to the archway, you are stopped by her hand once again on your elbow. And you feel a slight shake, a slight tremor to her hand. And then you feel a slight shake to the floor. Not strong enough to be an earthquake or anything like that, but almost like someone large running or making notice of themselves. You see him a few seconds later, maybe 3 or 4 inches taller than Winslow, broad across the shoulders, and although he's wearing a suit, it is ill-fitting because of the sheer amount of muscle that you can almost see rippling underneath it. His legs are as big as most people's arms, and you see a leather necklace around his neck with a hoplite shield. Aphrodite looks across at the man as he approaches and make me a culture check.
Pokey pokey. Oh, 14.
You recognize him just before she says the word. And in that word, you see the fragility of Aphrodite as she stands scared. Husband, the man before you, not the first that she was chained to, but the second, the god of war.
Oh shit. This is fine. This is fine.
He looks down on you, literally, over to his wife, and then back and says, "Who are you, and what are you doing?"
Me?
Yes, you, little mortal.
Thea Chase. Bodyguard. Chosen. Of Hecate.
Whose body do you think you are guarding? And from whom?
Aphrodite. And from who she ever wishes me to guard her from.
Oh, wife. This one has spunk. I believe it's. Yes, she is brave. Foolish, perhaps, but brave. You know, some time at one of my gyms could really toughen you up.
I grew up on the streets. I think I'm pretty tough.
Everybody else, make me a perception check. And if you get a 10 or higher, make me a cultures check.
It's gonna be hard.
All right.
I barely did
nope.
it. I barely
I
did
got
it.
an-
I got an 11.
What am I?
I got an 8 with a D6 and specialization.
I got
Damn.
17.
I rolled that with snag and I still beat.
Culture.
Nope. All right.
Winslow and Millie are just dancing.
Yep.
They're too distracted.
19 on the coaches.
Here we go. Wasting that
Oh, wait,
degree
did you
again.
say? Did you say if
Cultures
you
check if you beat the 10.
if you beat the 10? Okay.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Y'all ready? Wait, I have a D2 in cultures for some reason. All right. So let's.
He's a cultured individual.
19.
Dang.
Yeah.
You look across at the massive individual that Aphrodite and Thea faces off against. You see.
Are they just in the main hall? I thought they went off
No,
somewhere. Oh,
they're like
no.
he is standing in the archway that exits the main hall. They're just about to have left because Aphrodite was going to take it elsewhere, but Ares, being Ares, has just walked straight into the room. You see them. You see the shield, the hoplite shield across, dangling from the lever around his neck. You see the way that they're kind of arrayed against one another, and you recognize Ares for who he is.
Jim bro.
Terrifying presence and all.
I think that's the god that owns the gym.
Thank God Alexander passed that, because I was not going to be able to relate this to the rest of the team. I'm still dancing with my sister, talking about some bullshit.
Alexander, do you do anything? Do you tell anybody? Do you join them? Do you what?
Is it just Thea and Aphrodite that's over with?
Thea and Aphrodite
Ares?
is over there. Winslow and Millie are currently dancing with one another.
Should we roll performance checks for how badly we're doing?
Oh God.
Yeah, go for it. Come on.
Oh, I at least have a D4 in performance. I'm not horrible.
Can
I don't.
Can I roll one too, just for fun?
Yes.
I got a critical 6.
Alexander will like dance his way across
Regular
to each
7.
individual.
I
On
love.
that,
I will bring this up later.
24.
I also rolled a performance check because I'm dancing my way over to everyone, and I got a critical 18.
Daniel, your time learning to dance, to be a proper member of society, has paid off. And you are leading your sister across the dance floor, still trying to keep her attention, although she does keep trying to escape. You just keep dancing around with her, not giving her the opportunity to do so. And you do notice Yarick over by the musicians. He doesn't look like he's done anything, but you know Yarick, and he's definitely had a word
Yarick
with
be
them.
doing things.
Yeah, he's definitely had a word with them. Like, don't you stop. Don't you stop at all.
They've just been playing the same song on repeat for the last 20 minutes.
Alexander, you are a sight to behold in your lovely green jacket and perfectly fitting suit. Your violin across your back, just sliding across the floor.
Can Alexander be like dancing along, playing like a little jaunty tune on the violin, like singing the message across to his friends in like code?
Ares is here.
It's like really angry.
Jim bro, they're in trouble.
Millie and Winslow, your dance isn't quite as impressive, but it is well done. It's not going to win any awards, but it is still a performance. It is still fluid. Nobody's clapping like they are for Daniel, but
People are clapping.
you haven't
for us?
tripped over your own feet.
I'm just glad I haven't stepped on her feet.
They're doing like traditional 90s body popping.
I mean, well, it's like Winslow's foot, Millie's foot.
It's also like Millie goes up to maybe the top of his thigh, and so it's like this. Reach him with it. Millie's probably standing on his feet, let's be honest. Like a dad dancing with their daughter.
Yeah, in actually, you're balancing on his feet and he's just walking around.
Should we go over there? Aphrodite seemed to want to do that alone-ish.
Yeah, she said to only go over if needed.
Yeah.
And it would be very loud if we were needed.
Yeah.
I would like to prepare an action to have Yarick cut the lights.
Well, Alexander is still carrying on with his jaunty tune. Maybe we should get closer. Like,
Fair enough. Yeah, I'm gonna activate my speed, so that's ready.
Okay.
We'll
Thea.
sidle over closer.
Aphrodite, you can feel her hand tighten upon your elbow for a moment, and then her arms drop to her sides. You've seen her command a room. You've seen her command all of you Whether or not you all listened is another matter entirely, but she has that confidence to do so. And people follow her with their eyes, at least, wherever she goes. But now she has lost all of that. She's lost that edge. She's lost herself. She still looks every bit as beautiful as the first moment you let eyes on her. But she now reminds you of a scared little girl.
Yeah, I'm gonna have Yarick cut the lights so we can all move.
If the lights go down and it's dark enough and I sense a fight coming, I would like to morph.
The lights
There'll be
go
some-
out.
And all of a sudden, in unison, there are 5 bright sparks of light in different colors.
Four. I can't break cover yet. I have to get my sister out of here.
No, Thea's not morphing.
The lights go out, and there's some screams of panic, a little bit over exaggerated.
We might be jumping the gun. I don't. Shit.
Ares crosses his arms over his chest, looks across at Thea, and
Thea's
says,
not moving.
"Little mortal, do you have a job to do, a body to guard? There seems to be panic in the air.
I reach out and make sure Aphrodite's still right next to me.
I can protect my wife."
I was hired for one job, and that was to protect Aphrodite. And I just make sure that she's right next to me. I brush my hand against her arm, and that was to protect Aphrodite. She's right next to me.
Hmm.
Sorry if I don't trust you. I don't know you.
Well, you've probably seen a lot of my handiwork over the years.
Sorry if I don't trust you.
Fair. But, Aphrodite, you did call this meeting. Let me guess, you wish me to stand aside and let things happen without my intervention. But I can tell you now that should war come, who would I be to refuse my participation? She looks across at Thea and squeaks out a response. Um, husband, dear, things would be much better if you perhaps just stayed out of this one. You don't want them to escape. Even you couldn't want that.
Them?
Have they not told you what Zeus intends? He will release the Titans.
I've heard bits and pieces.
He will release them, and it is just as likely that they will chew him up and spit him out as he will gain control. But anyway, I will be there.
The fight with Zeus is with us.
Oh dear. Stick to guardian bodies, because my fight will be with everyone.
I would appreciate it if you stood back and watched.
Hmm.
You appreciate a good warrior,
I appreciate
I
a good
assume.
fight.
Then let us show you we can put up one.
Uh-oh.
You believe you will go toe to toe with Zeus and be
I
impressive
believe we'll,
enough that I do not wish to intervene, that I do not wish to find a place in this fight.
I believe we'll damn well try. And if you do wish to find a place in this fight, I hope you choose the right side.
Oh, you would do well coming to one of my gyms. I feel like you could be one of mine.
Sorry,
Hecate
I'm
might
already
have
spoken
chosen
for.
you, but I'll show you how to fight her and everyone else that stands in your way, so you can take what you wish.
I don't want to take anything. I want to earn it.
Earn it through the power of your own fists.
No. Earn it through working for it. And if that requires fighting every once in a while, so be it.
Aphrodite beside you stands just a little bit taller, a little more resolute, crosses her arms across her chest, and joins in. You were called here to tell you to stay out of our way. She has told you. She has warned you. And she speaks for all of us that would fight him. Leave. This isn't your party and you know it. Go back to your gym. He looks at all of you, almost unerringly finding you, each of you, in a crowd.
I just happen to have Millie like in the air, almost in a fastball special.
Ready to throw?
Yeah.
I have gotten my sister out of this room.
I was going to ask, because the situation hasn't kicked off with Ares as such. Like, have the lights come back on in the club? Is everyone still panicking? Because if they were
No,
still panicking,
lights are still off.
I was going to say, while that conversation's going on, can I activate my civilian superpower to make it look like there's a spotlight on Alexander as he like does a performance to try and make it look like this was meant
It
to
was
happen and
planned.
he's
Make me a
he's
performance check for Alexander.
yes, and then like I'm calming down the crowd and it as such.
Good idea,
That's a
bro.
very Alexander civilian superpower.
A spotlight, yeah.
Critical 15.
This isn't your best piece of work, but in a rush and with such panic going on around you, people jostling your elbow, your arms, it's still pretty impressive. And people begin
It's the
to
piece I wrote
gather.
earlier about the demon woman.
Ares takes a step backwards, another one, and then turns and storms off. And you can feel the ground shaking there as he departs. And a door slams loud enough and hard enough that you're fairly certain it's been ripped completely off its hinges.
Once he's gone, Thea heaves a breath like,
Well, That was unpleasant, to say the least. I had expected to ambush him and not the other way around. He does have a way of... Well, I suppose ambush is a military tactic, and he is particularly good at those. But you stood your ground very well, Thea.
I don't put up with assholes.
Yes. He wasn't always an arsehole, but I suppose centuries of warfare kind of tinge anybody.
Mm.
We really should get divorced.
You think?
Yes. I don't think any marriage counselling would solve this.
Well, meeting done. Drink.
All of the drinks.
And I will escort her back to where the champagne fountain is.
I'd like
I'll
to
put
say
mine
as,
down.
as soon as the door slammed of Ares leaving, Alexander gave the like the signal to Yarrick. He turned the lights back on. His spotlight disappeared while it was still dark. And Alexander, when the lights come back on, Alexander is gone, just in case that Amelia is still there somewhere.
Make me an infiltration check, please.
I knew that was coming.
Can he have it with edge since I have taken Amelia out of this room?
Interestingly, Amelia's not the one that's been hunting him. That's why she got given the note. She has staff for that. A whole network of spies.
20.
Since Winslow had Millie ready for a fastball special, Millie is now just perched on his shoulder.
Brilliant. No,
Uh,
that was just like instinct. We should really practice that.
yeah, we
I'm
missed one. I
in.
got an 8.
Yay. Have slunk away to hide somewhere else.
You're a little larger than a baseball, but not too much.
With both of your meetings complete, Aphrodite and Thea at the Champagne Tower, Alexander playing hide and go seek with a significant portion of the household.
I'd like to say he's hiding in a stool in the bathroom right now. He hears the door open, so he like sneaks it onto the so that if they look under the cubicles, they can't see his feet.
I'm just pointing out, you're in their house. Do you think their house has cubicles?
Oh yeah, of course. I thought we were in like some sort of like big fancy
No,
like
you're in Daniel's.
gala. Yeah,
you're
we're in the house.
Daniel's house. You're in
I know,
his
I
estate.
forgot
Main
that.
house.
Yeah.
I'm in the guest bathroom hiding.
Get into the walls. Use one of the secret passageways.
The secret passage she used to make such a quick
Exactly.
trip between.
She knows
Yeah.
those.
I would say that you probably know at least one or two of them as well, having played there.
He's in the walls.
You, Millie, Winslow, Thea, and Aphrodite gather around the Champagne Tower. Daniel, do you return or do you stay with your
Yeah.
sister?
I mean, look, I'm gonna stay with my sister. It's up to her whether or not we go back.
She does
I'm
pull
just
you back
doing
into
what
the
is
room,
required
and she pulls you back into the room and over to Aphrodite, and she sort of gives her a look first, as if to say, "Are you okay?" But quickly links arms with her and says, "We have business to discuss, of course, you and I, but Daniel, perhaps you could stay here and keep her guests company for me. And if you see Alexander, please tell him I do wish to have another dance before the night is out."
Do you wish one of us to
Will do,
accompany you,
dear
ma'am?
sister.
No, I think we won't go far, and Amelia and I are friendly. Everything will be fine.
Reach out
Thank you.
Reach out if you need us.
Millie
do.
would like to roll an infiltration check to follow without being seen and get close enough to overhear.
Go for it.
If there's anyone here more dangerous
Okay.
than
Critical
Ares, it's
18.
Amelia.
You do follow behind them as they sneak, and not sneak off, but as they leave, leaving Winslow, Thea, and Daniel. Alexander, do you join, or are you hiding in the walls?
I will appear from out of a wall to join the rest of the team. I just come out of the floor. You know, like when like pop stars make an entrance, and they come out in the little elevator.
Come out from underneath the table where the champagne
Mhm.
tower is.
A tile
the
just
fuck?
slides out the way as I kind of appear.
I don't want to know.
Rich people.
Amelia's not anywhere in sight of she at the moment, guys.
She
Would you
just
like
No,
me
left.
to-
she's hopefully not murdering Aphrodite right now.
Do warn me if you see her before I do. Not want to speak to her again this evening.
Have you ever considered just telling her you're not interested and to back the fuck off?
I mean, did you not see our conversation earlier? Do you not think I've tried?
Damn it, Millie's walked away, so she can't be there to say, stop playing hard to get. That's what she likes.
Daniel, do you tell your friend that she wishes to have another dance before the night
Of
is
course. Yeah.
out? You warn him.
Thank you
My
for the heads
sister
up.
has
I'll
told-
do my
My
best.
sister has told me to inform you that she wishes to dance with you once more before the night ends.
Thank you for informing me. I'll try to avoid that at all costs.
Daniel, you receive a message passed to you by one of the staff. It's a folded piece of paper, just like the one that Amelia got, although this is in Amelia's hands. And it does say, if you do find and pass the message on to to Alexander, sorry, please ensure that he does not find himself busy elsewhere.
Immediately finds himself busy elsewhere. Feel like there's gonna be a scene like a Scooby-Doo cartoon where she's like chasing after me
Running
and we're
through
just going
doors.
through doors.
Millie sneaking behind, sort of following and merging with the crowds so that you can overhear what is being said. You hear a perfectly normal conversation at first. They're inquiring after each other, how everybody is doing, their health, family, from Aphrodite to Amelia. But then you hear them kind of get into the business, and Amelia glances behind her shoulder just to make sure nobody's close enough to hear, missing you because you're on the other side, and
And so
says,
small.
well, as you can see, I'm having a little bit of difficulty with Alexander, and I know you're a fantastic matchmaker, and I was perhaps wondering whether or not I could hire you for your services. Discreetly, of course. But yes.
Roll your face.
The grumpy cat face.
I don't know how Alexander should play this situation. Is it
You
one
can't
of
hear
those
it,
things?
so it's fine.
I know, but like I'm trying to think like in my head, is this going to be one of those situations where it starts off as like an unrequited love sort of thing, but then like he learns to appreciate like that although she seems like she's a bitch, she's not quite a bitch, like she's just meticulous in what she wants.
I think
Or
what you're referring to is Stockholm Syndrome.
I'm pretty sure
I
she
think-
is just like the
I think
devil
you've made a
and should
critical
accept
error.
that and move on with your life.
you 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 do hear, Millie, that Aphrodite kind of, well, darling, perhaps you should set your sights on someone else. He does seem a little bit reluctant. Yes, but do you see, he did dance with me, and he wore the outfit that I picked out for him, and I do think that deep down
Not
he
by
does
choice.
have a fondness for me, and truth be told, I do like the hunt.
Tell her to take an interest in his flamboyant dress and music and things, and not try and dissuade away from it.
You know, just think on it, Aphrodite. I would pay you well. And Aphrodite does nod her head slowly, shallowly, turn, and begin walking back to the group.
Millie sneaks around so Aphrodite can't see her and gets back to the group before Aphrodite.
Do any of you have any queries for Aphrodite? Anything you wish to add or say? Any questions?
This has been a hell of a night.
Ready for a nap.
Yeah, I'm kind of exhausted. I didn't even do any. Yeah, that. I'm surprised I
know.
didn't faint when I was talking to Medusa.
I'm surprised I didn't faint when talking to Ares.
Fair enough.
I-
Also, high five, please.
I'm very proud of you both, and not gonna lie, excited for my duel.
I must say that was very impressive.
Which one?
He's talking to you.
well.
Alexander is looking over it at the. That was very impressive how you handled the god of war.
Yeah. Yeah, when you grow up on the streets, you learn a thing or two.
Like Alexander's impression of you is like quickly go, she saved me earlier. Like she's got nerves of steel. She could be fun.
She fun.
Only she wasn't a
Sorry.
paw.
If only she wasn't a
Wasn't
poor.
He's going to turn you into a musician. You're going to perform with him.
Oh no, she has nothing in performance.
Well, I mean, if you started dating Thea, you could just remove the whole Amelia of it all, right?
I'm sorry, can you imagine how quickly Amelia would have Thea deported?
I'm from this country.
I don't think that would stop her.
It doesn't matter. She'd just have you assassinated instead. Then we'd end up going to the underworld to go and resurrect you.
Millie
again.
is just like standing there shaking her head strongly, like, don't, no, that could end badly.
It could be a running bit every episode. Like at the end of the episode, we have to go back to the underworld to go and get Thea.
That's a bad running bit.
I hate all of this.
Thea's a stone statue in the garden.
It's
Well,
just a quick blink and you miss it moment.
Millie
where
will
we're just-
pull Alexander off to the side and just like in a whispered conversation let him know what she overheard and what she has seen aura-wise, and that if he wants to get Amelia off of his back, the playing hard to get is actually making her more interested.
Who said I was playing?
Don't be so overzealous in it. Just acquiesce to small things and just continually just say no, but without the hiding theatrics.
What?
As he just disappears back into the floor.
and
I should know better with a fucking musician.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
on that wonderful note, I think we're going to draw to a close. And I'm going to ask each of you your favorite moment for yourself and your favorite moment for another player. And I'm going to start with Daniel.
my favorite moment for Daniel is I want to say his interaction with Millie. The first time I think he's ever been like direct about something. Because at
You
least
touch my sister, I break your neck.
Yeah, exactly. My favorite moment for another player, God, Winslow, and by proxy, American Michael once again seducing his way out of a problem.
He's just so
I think this
smooth.
is the third time this has happened.
All right.
Across various characters, Michael will always find a way to romance his way out of a problem. He's good.
It did start off in Let There Be Thunder. It's like there's
It
going to be a
did.
conflict between these two teams of Rangers, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna date
Nah,
her.
I've got this.
Yeah.
Puts his hand in.
I'm
Puts his
gonna
hand.
date her.
He mom arms the rest of the team. I've got our inter-team relations.
Alexander.
Ooh, for Alexander, I've got a few, like it's bad, but I do have a few for Alexander this episode. But probably the transportation through like the walls and things, just because that's
You're welcome.
Thank you. That's funny as shit. But then writing
Into
the
the
song,
walls.
writing the song about the devil, the demon woman. But he wrote a song about her, so clearly like. I don't know. We'll see how that plays out. We'll see
He
how I
must
decide
have
to vote.
feelings, strong feelings. You don't just write music about people.
You
Yeah,
mean
but
rage?
Yeah,
I
right.
didn't name the
Huge strong
feelings.
feeling.
I just said they were strong.
For someone else, it's yeah, Michael's seduction of yet another character. Or shout out to both Panic and Sabina for saving me on separate occasions.
Gotta help your mans, dude.
Mhm.
Like,
Can't abandon your boy.
Thea.
Thea, hi, that's me. I
That
heard
is you.
Peter for a second,
I thought you
and I
said
was like,
Peter,
"Who's
and I was
Peter?"
like, what?
I was like, "Who's Peter?" The wrong game.
No, it was a different game.
Thea. Oh my gosh, for Thea, definitely talking to Ares and just being a total badass.
Mhm.
That was fun to role play. That was amazing. Have that moment. For somebody else, just I don't know. It's a tie between Millie fudge it up and Winslow just being so smooth. Like both were amazing. Like and then
It's
just
the
all
duel
the
and the date.
and then just
Duel
all the
and a date.
dancing, just all of it. Just love it. Love it.
There's Jewel in a date.
Mhm.
Winslow.
I mean, yeah. For myself, I mean, salvaging the whole Medusa of it all was pretty good. I didn't think that was going to work.
I'm not
When I
gonna lie, I
rolled a
was
13,
really
I was like, oh God, nope.
I ummed and ahed and I rolled the dice and the dice went, yeah, all right then. I was like, okay.
Like, I have a date with Snake Lady. Woo. And yeah, fucking Thea.
Hey, I did a thing.
Yeah. You like metaphysically kicked Ares right in the dick.
He was a bit grumpy as well when he left.
Yeah, you out bravadoed like the God of War.
Mhm.
I'm very
Yeah.
proud of myself.
he'll be charged for that door later. Don't you worry. At
Daniel's
least
just
one.
got a list.
At least one gym will be foreclosed.
This is the first male god that has turned up, though, that Daniel hasn't touched.
Yeah.
That's the point. That is a
Did you-
point.
Did you get him in the dark period?
There's still time.
No,
When the
because
lights
I'm
went
so
down
bad.
real
no,
quick.
because I was focused on. I have to be focused. Anytime I'm in a social situation with my sister, I have to be focused on her completely.
That's so bad.
Last but not least, Millie.
My favorite moment for Millie is getting a duel with Medusa. I mean,
you wanted
I
that
already
duel.
have a plan. I already. I did.
Well, I didn't try
I'm probably gonna
stop
get
it.
my ass fucking kicked, but I'm here for it. I mean, she might find it hot. Snakes and snakes.
Date, my date.
Double date?
My favorite moment
No.
for it's not just a double date, it's all three
That's
of us.
too Greek.
It's a polygate.
That's too Greek. We're not doing that. Nope.
For somebody else, I gotta go with Winslow and getting a date with Medusa.
Duel and a date.
Duel and a date.
No date.
I
Can't
mean, I
wait
know
for
what I've got to write for next episode, so
We've said that phrase so many times. It would be so funny if next episode is just called like the episode we talked about. Like,
we don't reference it. It's just the episode we talked about that time.
yeah, it's got the name you think it does.
The thing we called that thing one
You
time.
know.
If you've
If
been
you know,
watching, you
you
know the
know.
title.
If you know, you know.
You know what it's called.
Well, thank you all, fantastic people with fantastic characters. It was very much fun. I did not know where it was going to go, and it went in very interesting places.
Before we go, Matthew, what was your favorite moment for yourself and your favorite moment for another player?
Yeah,
My
Matthew.
favorite, I have to say, my favorite moment for another player is tied between Millie and Winslow. Like everybody had a great moment. I do think Thea standing up to Ares was amazing. Alexander just standing up to Amelia, but then just kind of like, okay, well, I see how
That
this is
didn't
going to be,
work.
and I'm going to accept this. Daniel just being like the perfect brother, whilst hating every moment of it, it seemed.
But still having his boys back.
Still having his boys back.
I always have my boys back.
All fantastic moments, but I do have to say Winslow, the date, and Millie the Jewel. And I have to say, despite all of the Greek individuals that were involved in this particular episode, Amelia was the most fun to be in that moment. Yeah.
Devious. We'll have to have a discussion about this.
I'm busy for the foreseeable future. Thank you everybody for watching, and we will see you again in 2 weeks' time.